Hey everybody, welcome to Module 8. Here I am with a few updates, a few announcements, and a few tips for today. I promise this video is going to be shorter than yesterday. And I honestly think today's module is a little bit shorter, so if you did not have time to finish Module 7, my goal is that today you can do Module 8, you can probably get caught up. So let's get started. Today you are going to be, you're watching Intro to 4.21. You're going to be working on Module 8. You're going to be completing the mastery check on Intelastic. And there's also probably some time today to read your IRB and just a reminder to update your IR homework document as we move through the week. Just a quick turn back to our poll yesterday. So interestingly, basically nobody, 0% of you, agreed with what Emily did in our story trial by combat, which was not to say anything to Mrs. Allen, but just to kind of let their shared identity change her mind so that she did not confront her. Most of you said you would confront Mrs. Allen because she stole your things. And some of you, 2 of you, said that you would take revenge. All right, so some updates for today. Check your reading grade on Infinite Campus for your most updated literacy grade. So I've said this before, but I'm no longer going to be updating the writing grade on Infinite Campus. And we'll get you some more details on how kind of our end of the trimester and end of the year grades are going to work. But for now, literacy is all going into reading. So it's a little weird for you all because I was your writing teacher. Now I'm your shared combined literacy teacher. So you should just be checking your literacy or your reading class for updates, whether that was originally with Miss Holsky or with Miss Tidwell. And then second update, just keep updating your IR homework document this week. I think I just said that before. Do IR throughout the week. I will be checking tomorrow to see if you have completed at least 2 boxes. If you have not started it by tomorrow, you will get signed up for MT. All right, so I just wanted to go over kind of the most commonly missed mastery check question, which is this one about how to punctuate quotes when you're including dialogue in a written response. So the question is, the writer decides to use the following evidence within their written response. It's better than most, Emily said. You've made yours look much nicer than mine. How would you insert the evidence above into a short constructed response? So the key here, even if we look at these examples, it's all about the quotation marks. It's all about punctuation. So B looks exactly like actually the original quote. So it's basically just saying, okay, we're going to put the original piece of dialogue straight into the written response. And that's not exactly enough because we need to signal that we're quoting a quote. And in order to do that, we have our double quotation marks around the entire quote. So around from the start and at the end. And then you'll notice that inside that, we have our piece of dialogue that we've now surrounded with single quotation marks. Okay, so A is the correct answer here. And if you have questions about that, reach out to me, but I just wanted to kind of briefly talk through that one. Okay. All right, so our topic for this week as we move into modules 8, 9, and 10 is actually pretty different than where we've been so far. So today you're going to be reading about deaf culture, and you're going to be reading about cochlear implants. And I just wanted to give you this visual here of what that looks like. So it's a really interesting and kind of new topic, I think, compared to anything we've talked about so far this year. So you're going to be looking at some nonfiction text, watching some videos about people's like real life experience with this. And I think it's really interesting, and I hope you enjoy some of the readings and videos that you encounter. All right, so to wrap things up for today, here is our agenda, our materials, and our objectives. Vocab work today is pretty extensive. You're going to see a lot of vocab because this is a new topic and you need to know a lot of this stuff before you go in. So just take your time through that. There will be a do now. You're going to do some readings and answer some questions, direct instruction and some notes, and then at the very end you're going to answer an opinion prompt based on the readings and that you've done in the videos that you'll watch there at the end. And then there's a mastery check in Intelastic. It's short, 3 questions. Be careful you just read those carefully to avoid any possible kind of confusion that might come up. And then our objectives for today, students will be able to evaluate and express their opinion on cochlear implants. So what do you think about this? And students will be able to demonstrate the ability to identify key facts in a reading by writing answers to guided reading questions with the support of sentence stems. All right, good luck. I hope you enjoyed today's module, and I'm excited to be online, be available, and hopefully get to talk to some of you one-on-one.